Welcome back to another video. My name is Angie and this is Angie's Art and Crafty Creations. Today's video is a collaboration with Raes from Raes Turquoise Turtle. Raes is very talented. She's got many tumblers on her channel, and not just tumblers. She works with epoxy. She does journals. She makes pens. Raes has got a great following. She's got a great channel. And I will have her channel link and the link to the video that we're collaborating on in the description box below. We took two of the March's vinyls with one of the decals, and we decided to, we are making our own tumblers. And this is my version. Please go check out Raes' version. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. So with that being said, if you are a current subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by to watch. If you are not currently subscribed, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video if you like my tumbler. Yeah, enjoy. I'll see you on the flip side. All right, so to get this video started, this tumbler, I am using a 24 ounce, I do believe this is. Yes, 24 ounce plump from, this one is from the Tipsy Magnolia, or excuse me, Steel Magnolia, which is now the Tipsy Magnolia. And I believe they have them. I haven't shopped from them yet. But anyway, so this is 24 ounce plump. Chose to use two vinyls from the February or March. I'll have to look up, but I'll put it on the screen so you can know. So we chose two of the vinyls. This vinyl, which is a nice pretty sunflower, has a wood grain back on it with some nice green foliage. It's really pretty. And this one is her PB 1059. It's the medium, so it could probably come in a small and a large shape also, design. This one here is also a medium, and it is a teal wood grain look. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the envelope style, but I wanted to have this on the top with this on the bottom. So I need to find this. I believe this is the correct for the top, and this one is for the bottom, so that the wood grain is going in the same direction. Okay, and so I have already sanded this down. I'm gonna pop the bottom off because most of the Steel Magnolia, Tipsy Magnolia's tumblers, the bottoms come off, which I will show you. I have other videos that I've done. I love doing the bottoms of them. Multiple different things. For this tumbler, I'm going to use some rhinestones in the bottom. So for this, it's going to be wrapped around like this, with this, like that, so that both of these are on the outside. Either way, whichever way. But I want those to both be there. I'm going to use this beautiful Noel mica powder from PDB Creative Studios. Everything that I use, I will link in the description box below. This I got with one of the art resin boxes from PDB Creative Studios. I love their boxes, but look at that. Look at that color. Simply beautiful. Might help if I turn another light on for you, huh? But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just gorgeous. Okay, so, and I'm gonna do this with the tack it method. Aileen's tack it over and over. This stuff right here, I'm gonna mix it 50-50 with some water. And I will apply the mica powder on that. Okay, so 8 inches long. I will put the middle here, the 4-inch mark. That should be perfect. I am going to just mark a little mark here. Just a dot. Not on my vinyl. But just so I can see where the line's supposed to be. Where the vinyl, I want the vinyl to be. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and peel this back. Try to. There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm not going to peel it all the way. I want to make sure I want to get it correct before I do that. Make sure I got all these lines right where they want them. And okay. Looks good. Okay, that should be good. Sometimes you just gotta finagle it a little bit. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and slowly push the vinyl, push the backing off of the vinyl. Oh, look at it. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, not really. Almost. Oh. Okay, let's use the squeegee. Okay. All right, and then I could do this one. This vinyl that Jessica's got is very forgiving, as you can see, and it is beautiful. She does amazing work. Love her prints. But this vinyl is very forgiving and pliable. So All right, so now we're going to trim off the top and the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna rough cut this. All right, okay, there's that. So now, let's take the bottom off of this. And show you that right quick again and how easy it is. So you just take a little putty knife and see, I'm gonna zoom out. And you just kind of stick it in the little side there, and excuse the noise. Pop it down, and then voila. And then you have a bottom that you can decorate. And this is garbage. All right, so where do I want to go to next? I am going to go ahead and I believe tape off all of this stuff. And I'm just using the vinyl line to cut the excess tape off here. Nice straight line. Voila. All right, now I'm gonna mix up my, actually I'm gonna paint this first. Arteza Pearl Olive Green, in case I didn't say it already. And, woo. Get a nice little coat on here. And then I'm gonna let this sit and dry, and then I'll be back when it's time to get some the tacking over and over on it and the mica powder. So we'll be right back. All right, so what's in this cup is the tack it over and over. I mixed it with some water to consistency that I like. Some people do 50-50, some people put it straight on. It's totally your preference. All right, so go ahead and get this. So I did go and I used, move that, excuse me. I used the Pearl Cactus Green by Arteza to put another coat on that. And as you can see, I also painted that bottom with Pearl Deep Brown from Arteza. Both I think are very complementing colors. gonna go ahead and paint as nice and even of a coat on here as I can. I am going to apply 2 coats, and then once I have those 2 coats applied, I will come back and we'll do the makeup powder. Alright, so the tack-it over and over is nice and dry. It's no longer wet. Pardon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Noel mica powder. This stuff tends to get everywhere, but I'm going to try to be as careful as possible. I don't want my mica powder everywhere. So I'm just going to dip that in there. Yes, you can see it good. And let's start off over here in a bigger area. Oh, look at that. See? Ooh, beautiful. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and brush that on everywhere where the tack it over and over is, in the green sections. Push it. I'll just rub that down right quick. Not much of a difference, just getting a little bit off there. Lift it a little bit. That's good. Let's push that down. And I'm going to use some pinstriping anyway, so I'll cover that up. I'm going to pull away from it. Look at there. Perhaps that was still wet. But again, I'm going to use pinstriping, so just pushing it back down is fine. Just be careful. Slowly pull that up. All right, so I'm going to get the rest of this peeled up, and I'm going to go in with a coat of Flint Sisters Fast Set Epoxy. And then I will come back and we'll get some striping put on there. I'll have this, I'm going to cut a 3-inch or a 3 1/4 inch circle with my silhouette to go underneath the whole design area, the blue, because I want that to be able to be seen on this, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to see it really well without putting something behind it. So, all right, well, I'll be back after the coat of epoxy. All right, so this little beauty is nice and dry, cured, not necessarily dry. All right, and so what I've decided to do with these, the stripes on this, pardon, I am going to take, I'm going to do a triple pinstripes on this. I'm going to attempt to. Some of them you're not going to be able to see very much of. However, I'm okay with that. This tumbler is going to be my tumbler. I think it's just absolutely adorable what we've chosen to go together. So I will start off with the black on the bottom. Then I'm going to use this teal colored green color. And then I'm going to top it off with the textured champagne gold from tutuskraftykreations. This is a sheet of metallic teal that I got from a local craft store, vinyl store. And then this black, I believe, is from HTV Ront. And I'll have all the links, descriptions, and everything in the description box. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. For me to get nice crisp corners, I like to cut it right down the center like that. Take the top part off, and then I'll pull this bottom piece out. Get my stuff under control here. Oh, that one didn't quite cut through. Put it back down, put that one back over it. Follow that slice. I don't want to cut too deep because I didn't put but one layer of epoxy on. So there we go. That should give it a nice, clean corner. Pull this up just a tad bit and pull it down some. There we go. Okay. And then this thing the same way. Let me turn it. I could probably wait for all three of the layers, but all three of the layers of the pinstripes. All right, so I think maybe I will put this over here. Maybe like that. Actually, I like that. I can see it there. Yep, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Put it right there. other thing I'm gonna do is extend these rhinestones to here. Put the rhinestone around here, and then right there with the envelope and along the bottom. I think that'll be pretty cool looking. Right there, and then all the way around, and then along the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to press these down because there's a lot of little stripes. I don't want it to mess up. Alright, so I'm going to use CC DIY's Quick Coat because of all of this striping. And then once that dries, that's just going to help seal in these striping, the pin striping. Once that dries, then I will go ahead and put 2 coats of epoxy on it, making sure to get down in here, because I've decided I'm going to leave that open, and I'm just going to put the green or the rhinestones in here, and then I'll rhinestone there and there to make it the envelope, and I'm going to put 1 strip around since I've got this down here, and we're going to call this one good to go. So when I come back, she will be ready for the rhinestones. Okay, so this has been cured. The resin is cured. You can still fill some of the striping tape, pin striping. So I am but I'm definitely going to be doing another coat of resin. But I think with this one, I am going to put another coat of facet. I'm not sure if you can see these bubbles. Yes, you can. I am going to put in a tiny bit of It's Really Pretty by Glitter Chimp to try to just mask that a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put that coat on there, and then I'm going to put another coat on the final coat, excuse me, and then I'll come back and we'll do the rhinestones. So I am going to go ahead and sand the rim of this and just give this a quick little buff so that the epoxy has something to adhere to, because it does not adhere to, or at least not very well anyway, to smooth surfaces. So just gonna get a little bump right there. I actually got a really good coat on this one. Very happy with that. You don't always. So just a quick little scuff right there, just scuffing it. You do want to make sure to get that thin line on your rim so that your final coats of epoxy has something to adhere to. So just a quick little run on that with your sandpaper. I'm just using a 400 grit right now. Yes, it says extra fine, and I kind of want it extra fine because I don't want big gouges in my pretty vinyl design. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then just quickly just scuff it. And I'm not going to put any resin down in here because that's good. That's fine. This has got a beautiful little cavity in there. And yeah, just the outside of it. Or the main, my main, what do you call that? Media? Not media, whatever, the tumbler. The main surface of the tumbler. So yeah, just get a nice little quick sand there, scuff, as I said, and maybe I'll just scuff up the bottom here in case some of the epoxy rolls down there. probably won't, but you never know, so. Okay. And then I'll just wipe it down with some rubbing alcohol. All right. So I will be back when it is time to apply the rhinestones. See you then. Okay, so this little beautiful baby is ready for the rhinestones. And I just put them in multiple trays because I'm blind and I need more to look at. So I am going to take this nail file and just go along where the edges on the vinyl. And then I'm going to go around the whole edge here. And I'm not going to necessarily make sure that it's this wide. I'm just going to do this. Scrape it a little bit. Because the rhinestones need something to adhere to. You want to have this, the glue actually needs something to adhere to. It's going to make the bond better with the glue. So just scrape it, scratch it like that, sand it. Lay my tumbler on here. I'm going to take the liquid fusion and just apply it like this. Just want to put it where the line is, where I sanded it. And once I get the initial part on, I can go back and get any areas that need to be covered. I don't want it to be too thick. Perhaps that wasn't the best thing, but okay. And I'll just randomly start putting them on. Choosing different colors, you know, so they're not all the same color. Get a couple of pearls on there. Okay. And then I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll go through and put the smaller rhinestones into these grooves. And that way it won't get too thick, and it's going to look beautiful. So what I will do is put this on time lapse so that it doesn't take forever. Because it is timely, but it's the payoff, the reward is awesome and amazing. Anyway, so I'll put you on time lapse and get this baby done. Okay, so that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. I'm not finished with it. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'll go back and fill in some of these areas where I sanded. That was probably too big to use, but that's okay. And as you saw, I did do the bottom off camera because time's sake, but I think that turned out absolutely beautiful. So anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off off camera, and then when I come back, I'll show you the final results. Let's see here, can I put it down? And yep. All right, I'll be back. All right, I am back and I am in love with this tumbler. What initially started out to be an envelope kind of didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, as you saw, but it does still have that kind of arrow flap of the envelope, but like an arrow, I think it looks more like an arrow now. But I do absolutely love it. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I've got the gorgeous rhinestones and pearls on the bottom. That part there is still, there's nothing in it other than the mica powder and whatnot. But I think she turned out pretty darn cute. These rhinestones are just sparkly and beautiful. I love it. So if you liked the video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you are not currently subscribed, please consider subscribing. And do not forget to go over to Raes' channel. I'll have her link in the description box below. It's always fun to collab with other creators, and Rachel is one of my favorites, and I have been following her for about 2 years now, since I started doing tumblers. I learned a lot from her before I started, but Rachel has got a great channel and she does all kinds of different things. Please do, I encourage you to go, excuse me, like I said, go check out her channel, the video that she did and how she did her rendition of it. There's no challenge like we've said, or like she has said. Just fun, just for fun. So anyway, this is going to be the conclusion of this video. Simply just cute. Kind of reminds me of a belt. But that's going to be it. Have a good day, have a good night, whatever it may be for you, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.